Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sheila here again. Usually on a Sunday I'm at my granddaughter's, and my granddaughter, I used to get my dinner that day on a Sunday, but my granddaughter texted me yesterday and said that they were going to the beach and that they'd be leaving about 10 if I wanted to go to the beach first, so we're come back later for the dinner. So I says, okay, I'll be down yours before 10. But when I woke up this morning, I think it was something I had to eat yesterday. My stomach was queasy and I just didn't fancy it. It was about 9 o'clock, so I messaged Cheryl and I told her, my stomach's not right this morning. I'll probably just spoil your day there anyway, because you probably have to come home because I keep feeling sick. So as I said, I won't be coming down. She says, well, are you coming down for your dinner then? I says, no, I don't think so. I don't think I could eat it. And I said, I'll see you on Thursday. And I think it was yesterday I had a baked potato with lots of melted butter and grated cheese and ham, coleslaw and some beetroot for my tea. Well, I had a perforated ulcer it's getting on for 22 years ago now, and some things like that I shouldn't eat. I shouldn't eat fried stuff and that, but you do. Some things you enjoy that you still want to eat. And I think that's what's done it. I think it's been the, even though I had a perforated ulcer and they did put like a patch, I think they put like a patch over where the ulcers, it was in my duodenal part of my digestive tract. I think they put a patch over where the ulcer had perforated. So even if you get problems with it, it'll not perforate again because of the that patch. So I still shouldn't eat the things that I do eat, but I like a good fry up now and again. I like a good curry. At least it's not a very strong curry I get. But anyway, I'll tell you a little story about when I was in hospital with this perforated ulcer. I'm saying it was 22 years ago, and I remember I was 54 at the time. It's not quite 22. It was around about Christmas time, actually, when it happened. And I was in hospital, and I had to have an operation to put this ulcer perforation right now. And when you're in your hospital beds and all these consultants come round in the morning, and all the nurses run around tidying everything up, making everything look spick and span, tidying your beds. You can't ruffle your sheets or your blankets on the bed or anything like that. It's just because these consultants are coming round. And the consultant came to my bed and he says, oh, Mrs. Smith, I see you've had a perforated ulcer. And he was looking at my notes and that, and he says, oh yes, I see, you're 46, born in 54. I'm looking at him, yeah, read it again, pet. I just let him go on, and then he started rapping on about something else, and I says, I beg your pardon. I says, this Mrs. Smith was born in 1946 and she's 54. You've got it the wrong way around. He said, oops, sorry. So I says, well, I hope there's not another person with the same name in here with that age and date of birth you've just said, because I says, I've had one operation, I don't want another one. And he looked, I got a right dirty look off him, like. There was a nurse in the stand behind him, like, and I think she had to, well, she told me later on she had to bite her lip to stop laughing, like. She used to be, you really showed that consultant what you thought of him, like, But that was me. But the same girl, she used to go around the ward, doing everybody's charts and writing things down and that, and she'd come in one day and she'd forgot her glasses, and she was going round asking everybody if she could have a look at try their glasses and all that, because she couldn't see what she was doing on the thing. Well, when she tried one or two and they were no good, and she come to mine, she tried them on and she said, "Oh, these ones are great." She said, "In fact, they're better than mine. I can see much better with this." I says, "Well, you need your flaming eyes tested again, don't you?" I says, "If you can see better with mine." So all that day she kept coming up and borrowing my glasses, and I think I was dozing off one time, and she woke me up to ask if she could borrow my glasses, and I says, "They're on there, just borrow them." But we're not allowed to take anything like that without permission. We have to ask your permission first. So "You've got my permission. Any time you want to take them up, do not wake me up." But anyway, that was a long time ago, and I still get, even though they're fixed, I still get symptoms of what I'd say of an ulcer every so often, and I never even knew I had this ulcer when I had it. It just perforated, and I had no idea what was wrong at the time, because I had no symptoms of an ulcer whatsoever. And when I went into hospital and we found out what it was, and they were saying to me, "Well, did you not know you had an ulcer, Mrs. Smith?" And I said, "No, I didn't know I had an ulcer." And at the time, I do have a bit of arthritis, and my doctor had prescribed, I think they called them Arthrotec, some tablet. And I took them as they were prescribed and everything, but the doctors had said that was probably what had caused the perforation, the tablets that I was taking. So I had to give up those tablets. And I'd been on them for a number of years, and then you've got nothing. They couldn't give you anything. She said, "Oh, just take paracetamol." I said, "Paracetamol?" I said, "Does absolutely nothing." I said, "Waste of time, me taking paracetamol." And I says, "Probably take some ibuprofen, that'll be better." "Oh no, you can't take ibuprofen. You can't take ibuprofen. You can't take aspirin." So I'll take what I like, but I do now and again, but I always make sure that I have some food with it. I always have like a sandwich or biscuits, or even milk is a food. If you drink milk with some of these tablets, it is a food, so that does help for these tablets that you're not supposed to take without food. But I think my body's getting used to it now over the years. I don't sort of really notice it so much. It's just like when you look at your hands, like my fingers, you can see how the funny shape of my fingers. That's my right hand, and that hand seems to be affected more because I don't use my left hand. It is a little bit, but I've got it in my spine as well, and I know I do get a little bit trouble because your bones do twist and that sometimes, and when that's happening, I do get a bit pain in my hands. And that's usually, I find doing any knitting and crochet actually keeps my hands workable. If I wasn't doing things like that, my hands would be stiff and I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I just did something now and again. But because I do it all the time, like the knitting, I'm always knitting. If I'm not knitting, I'm doing crochet, and that's what keeps your hands supple. I would say supple. That's so they work better. And I don't know. It's just except when the bones do twist out of shape now and again, I get a little bit pain in the thing, which I think I have done with my. You can't probably see it here, but my thumb's a funny shape. Look at that thumb. Look at that one. That one's sort of twisting out. I've had a little bit of trouble with this thumb lately because it's been aching a lot, and I think it's been twisting, but that seems to have passed now. So I've got no other problems like that, and that's why I do a lot of knitting. And if anybody else has got problems like that with arthritis, especially in your hands, you want to have a go at doing a little bit knitting, but you have to do it regular. You can't just do it and then stop for a long time and then do it. It just doesn't work like that. So anyway, I'm going to sit out in my garden today because I've actually, for for food stuff, when you've got a problem like I've got with an ulcer, having something with milk and that does help. So instead of the usually big massive dinner like this that Cheryl usually puts on my plate, she thinks I'm feeding two, I think I'm just going to have some scrambled eggs, because you have a lot of milk and you do a lot of milk and that, some scrambled eggs on some toast. And that'll be okay. That's when I feel like eating, because I don't really feel like eating anything at the moment. My stomach's still a little bit queasy. It'll probably be later on. I'll probably have a glass of milk, and I'm going to sit in the get my lounger out, take it to the nicest, warmest part in my garden, which is down the bottom of my garden. I'm going to sit and do my knitting out there. At least I'll have no kids annoying us today. Yeah, because I'm usually there at Cheryl's with the kids. But anyway, that's my little bit for today. So a thumbs up and subscribe. And I have another little story I'll tell you some other time when I was in hospital a long time ago, when I was in my 20s. There's another time I was in hospital. I'll tell you that little story sometime. A funny, one or two funny little things when I was in that time. So, bye for now.